Hello, this is Tony Gaddis, author of Starting Out with Java. In this video, we're going to talk about the if-else statement. Now, the if-else statement is like an if statement, except an if-else statement has two possible paths of execution. If the Boolean expression is true, one path of execution is followed, but if the Boolean expression is false, then a different path of execution is followed. Now here on the screen you see the general format of how you write an if-else statement. The statement has two parts. It has an if clause and it has an else clause. When the statement executes, the Boolean expression is tested, and if it's true, the statement following the if clause is executed. If the Boolean expression is false, the statement following the else clause is executed. If you need to conditionally execute multiple statements in either the if clause or the else clause, you enclose those statements inside braces, as shown here in this general format. In this format, the Boolean expression is tested, and if it's true, this block of statements is executed. If the Boolean expression is false, this block of statements is executed. Well, now let's look at an example program that uses an if-else statement. This program is similar to the program that you saw in the previous video on the if statement. Here we declare an integer variable named test score. We're going to use that to hold a test score. And here in this statement we create a scanner object to read keyboard input. And here in this code, we prompt the user to enter a test score. The user types a value on the keyboard, and that value is read as an integer, and it is assigned to the test score variable. Then we have an if-else statement. In the if clause, we test the expression test score greater than 59. If that's true, then this block of statements is executed. We display the message, "Congratulations, you passed the exam." But if the expression is false, if test score is not greater than 59, then the block of statements that appears after the else clause is executed, and we get the message, "Sorry, you failed the exam, study and try again." Well, let's try the program out. I've entered it into my editor. There's the code, and I've compiled it. So let's run the program, and I'm going to reposition the console window so that we can see the code of the if-else statement along with the program input. Okay, enter your test score. Well, let's enter a value, a passing test score value, 89. And the message says, "Congratulations, you passed the exam." Okay, well, we can see in the code what happened. I entered 89, which was assigned to test score, and then the if-else statement says if test score greater than 59. Well, that's true. So these statements are executed. "Congratulations, you passed the exam." And then the program, after it executes this block of statements, it jumps out of the if-else statement. Okay, well, let's try that again. And this time I'm going to enter a failing test score, 50. And so in this example, I entered 50, which was assigned to test score, if test score greater than 59. Well, that's false, so the program jumps down to the else clause and executes these statements. This is an example of how we would represent an if-else statement in a flowchart. When the program comes into the diamond symbol, it tests the Boolean expression, in this case test score greater than 59. If that expression is true, the program follows this path of execution, which leads to an output operation displaying "Congratulations, you passed the exam," and then the program continues. If the Boolean expression is false, however, the program follows this path of execution, which leads to an output operation displaying the message, "Sorry, you failed the exam, study and try again." And then the program continues along the path of execution. before we finish the video, there's one last thing that I want to point out. You'll notice that we have indented the statements that are inside the if clause, and we've indented the statements that are inside the else clause. Now this indentation creates some visual organization in the program. We can tell at a glance that these statements are part of the if clause. They're inside the if clause, and we can tell that these statements are inside the else clause. This is not required by the compiler, but this is a common convention that most programmers use. It makes the code easier to read and easier to understand.